Welcome back, everyone, and today we're going to be going over the wall that everybody inevitably slams into when leveling in TERA, level 58 to 60. These are two levels that are typically very painstakingly long. Today we're going to go over a couple ways to help you get through them a little bit faster, quests that you can hold on to and stock up, and various grinding locations that people utilize in order to get XP. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking right now, okay, well, but why can't I just do dungeons instead? Well, at level 58, you really don't have a lot of options for dungeons, and the dungeons that do exist between Labyrinth of Terror and Ebon Tower, they are really long dungeons, and they are not very good EXP dungeons, and so they are not typically ideal for grinding for levels. The XP is just not worth the time and effort that's associated to them, so people don't really do them that much. But you know, you're welcome to try and see how they work out for you. Maybe they'll be better, but for a lot of people right now, the queues just aren't popping for them because there's just not a lot of value in them. If you are able to over level a little bit while you're going through your main story quests and having your main story quests stocked up a little bit leading into level 58, that will be a very good thing. It still will not be enough to supplement you all the way through to 60, but it can get you some really good progress through 58 and a little bit in 59 at times. But as you can see, some of these quests that do exist still, they do give large amounts of EXP. This one right here gives 8 million XP. So a lot of these quests that you can get for the main story quest will give you large chunks of experience. So having some MSQ built up is not going to be a bad thing at all should you over level a little bit and you have some side quests done. For those of you who still have your Corsair Stronghold, you're going to have gotten a Corsair Stronghold quest at level 30, 40, and 50. If you wait until you are level 58 to turn those to complete those quests and turn them in, then that is going to be very large EXP stipends that you get from those. I think the level 51 alone is like 13 million EXP. So if you haven't completed those quests yet and you wait until that level 58 range to go and do your Corsair Stronghold and complete that, that's going to be a really good increase of EXP for one of your levels that you choose to utilize it in. Now, the thing most people are going to be doing is going to be grinding mobs, and there's a couple locations in which you're able to utilize for grinding mobs. One of the first ones is here right outside Pathfinder Outpost in Val Turkai. All right, it's these bears right here. You just do a little loop. You'll gather up all your bears that are in this area, all the ones that you can see. All right, you'll gather them up and you'll AoE them down on whatever class you're on. If you're on a warrior, AoEing stuff down is a little more difficult. But as you gather stuff up, you know, you can just rising around people, spin, blade draw, dodge, and then you'll rising again and just keep that going with mixing in rain of blows and stuff like that. But you're going to want to have to keep moving because otherwise the bears will knock you down. So this is the one set of bears. These do not respawn quickly, and so you will actually have to utilize the channel swap system that is going on. So the bears are to the south of Pathfinder Outpost, but if you go to the north of Pathfinder Outpost, you're actually going to come to this area, and this is going to be a bunch of Argonomorph Runekeepers. There are a lot of these mobs here. You can group these ones up just like you do with the bears and AoE them down. The tricky thing with them, or more so the dangerous part of them, is that they don't necessarily stay pure melee, and they do like to pull out bombs and throw bombs at you. But they will still group up together in melee range in order for you to be able to AoE them down. Just beware of the bombs, as those can KD you. Now, one of the best places you're going to be able to go for grinding for EXP is going to be just out here in Velica Outskirts, right outside the main city and outside of the Free Traders Hall. There are going to be tons of starving Velica bears here, and these do also respawn very quickly. The downside to this area is that there are no channels for it. So you cannot change channels. It is one area, but like I said, there are a lot of them and they do respawn very quickly. So multiple people are able to grind out these Velica bears. However, if there's already, a few people out here farming in different spots, it might be a little impossible to grind at that time. Maybe check back later or go back to one of the other zones that we showed earlier that do have channels so that you can utilize grinding in an effective manner. Now, one of the things that you can do at level 58 to 60 to get a very large stipend of EXP is somebody from your alliance, if they're level 65, if you start doing your alliance quests, once you complete the gathering portions, you will get the kill quests for them, and those have very large EXP values associated to them as they are for level 65 types of XP values. And so you can get some very nice EXP rewards out of it that'll pretty much give you like 40 to 50% just from having them help you with completing these quests. So if you have alliance members who are 65, definitely look at this as a possibility to give you a boost through that 58 to 60 range. There is another alternative of the side quests while you also do your main story quests, as Zulfikar Fortress and the Conover Front with Zulfikar Fortress and Valkalai with Canstria. These do have a lot of side quests for you to do. You do also have access eventually to this area, Baldur's Refuge. Once you hit 59, the main story quest will open for here to go to Baldur's Refuge and do Bastion area side quests. There are a lot of side quests here as well. The main story quest for Baldur's Refuge is very good, so if you do the side quests along with the main story quest for there, you'll get a good amount of EXP. But those are going to be the primary ways in which you grind yourself through 58 to 60. You know, like I said, stockpile whatever EXP turn-ins you can, or over level a little bit so that you have more MSQ to turn in, but also make sure that you are looking to do the grinding areas. Don't be afraid to look at those areas, check different channels to see if anybody is grinding in those areas, as those are the effective methods, as dungeoning not the best tool at level 58 for a lot of people with Ebon Tower. I hope this helps everybody with their leveling from 58 to 60. If you have any questions, you can always catch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zav. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.